Okay.
Who wants to get slapped?
Geralt?
How do I get the ladder off? What?
I need your help.
Right. Shoot.
I need a poem, a ballad.
No problem. But to do it right, I need to know who it's for.
Alina.
Isn't her wedding the day after tomorrow?
Not anymore.
So, what should I write about?
Death, Dandelion. Alina is dead, and her spirit roams the fields in daytime. Somehow we have to get her to understand that she's no longer among the living.
Not your everyday commission, but I'm a professional. Any instructions?
Don't provoke her, and no jokes. She's dangerous.
I'll need time.
You have until sunset. Meet in the fields before dusk.
Okay.
I'm itching to hit someone.
In the evening, eh? Why in the evening? Seems like a weird time to do that, but... we probably ought to actually... go rest until that time, I guess.
How can I help?
One thing.
One thing.
Yes?
Actually, I'd like to do this first. And other than that, I think I'm okay. What? Where did the other rune go? What's... I must be blind or something. I must be looking over it. Must be. Right. Hi, I want a room.
How can I help?
One thing.
Yes?
I'd like to rent a room.
Sure. A bargain at 7 orens.
Actually, that had to be before dusk, so let's just go for noon. Yeah, that should help. I just hope you'll be ready.
Iambic or dactylic?
Screw them all.
Maybe something new. I'm feeling uninspired. What a nightmare.
I thought that was the way out. Wrong door. Well, I'm just gonna assume that he'll be there once we reach the fields. Certainly hope so. Certainly hope so. Actually, it would be down there.
No jest.
Gracious lady.
Just to make sure, let's yeah, okay. Just track that. Because otherwise maybe it would still be pointing towards the inn, is my my thinking. At some point I'm gonna have to kill those wolves. Or I will kill those wolves. Oh, if we're in the fields anyway, I might as well go visit the hermit. You know, you gotta do as many things as you can in every area, I guess, so... Oh, hi Pat. And Alvin. And Dandelion here somewhere. So Dandelion is fine with all these noon wraiths running around. Interesting. Yeah, let's hope he's there. Doesn't show on the map. What was that? Was that one of those little monkeys or something? It's making crazy sounds. Dandelion. Oh, I hope it'll just trigger a cutscene and he'll be there. That's what I'm hoping.
The sun rocks the earth. Grain falls from the stalk. Come away with me, wanderer. Come away with the moon wraith.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Fuck's sake, Dandelion. It is afternoon. Great. I wonder if that is a actual timing thing, that it actually has to be, you know, just before dusk. I really doubt it, considering everything so far seems to work in, you know, 4 times a day, basically. It doesn't, you know, so far it doesn't go by the hour or something. That would probably get really frustrating, to be honest, if it did. Hi, hermits. Go tell me some lore.
How can I help?
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Why does the Lady of the Lake seem skeptical about the search for the Holy Grail?
Many fine knights set out seeking the Grail, abandoning their roles as guardians of peace and justice under the guidance of the Fisher King and the Lady of the Lake. Now the Fisher King is mute and the knight's gone. I think the lady must be very lonely.
But she's a goddess.
You know not how lonely a goddess. Do you think goddesses cannot be lonely? The gods ultimately created us in their own image.
Okay,
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
I heard you're an expert on the legend of the Holy Grail.
You seek the Holy Grail?
I might. Let's talk first.
Know that the legend of the Holy Grail has been studied for centuries. It's been interpreted in myriad ways.
You must know an abridged version. Say, 3 theories?
There are hundreds. But all right, 3. The classic theory, of which I myself am a proponent. The conspiracy theory. And finally, one of the most mysterious. The philosophical or mystical. Which one first?
just do them in that order.
Tell me the classic theory.
Good choice. The Grail is a cup, a powerful magical object, whose meaning cannot be fathomed by even the most powerful sorcerers. This chalice possesses the power to heal all diseases, poisonings, and wounds, and pain will turn into power. One theory also states that in the hands of a rightful ruler, it can heal entire lands and protect their inhabitants from danger, creatures of the dark, natural disasters, and so forth.
Sounds like Dandelion's ballads, only without a love story.
All who drink from this miraculous cup are healed, fortified, and enlightened to understand the truth.
Go on.
Knights have been seeking the Grail for ages, yet none succeeded. Both the noble Lancel and the bold Bors failed. I heard even the Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose has shown interest.
Any specific instructions associated with this theory?
Unfortunately, I know only what I garnered from my books.
The conspiracy theory sounds interesting.
This was popularized by Bronze Dan and begins with a convoluted theory about the derivation of the word Grail. A few tortuous pages in, we learn the Holy Grail is actually Sangreal, which in the Elder tongue denotes royal hallowed blood. Bronze Dan concludes that the Grail is actually the descendants of the prophet Lebioda.
Go on.
These descendants, talented in the ways of magic, were protected by a secret organization before they ultimately mixed their own blood with that of En Seid, the knowledgeable one. The theory goes on to present the tempestuous and twisted fate of Sangreal, but the author gets lost in his arguments, often contradicts himself. Generally, it turns into an unholy mess.
Enough genealogy and genetics. I sense that's a false trail.
Which theory should I present next?
The philosophical, mystical one.
The most esoteric. The Grail is a concept, a general understanding of good. The search for the Grail is nothing beyond an ordinary quest for perfection.
Interesting.
The Grail has no specific form or shape. It differs for each individual. It can be an object, an idea, a discovery. It can also be a search for the truth about oneself. This theory claims the quest for the Grail to be the goal in itself. The result is of secondary importance.
What are you suggesting?
I serve the lady and am more insightful than you think. I know you return to the world of the living from death, presumably in search of something, but that is none of my concern. Just remember one thing.
What?
At the end of your journey, the Grail may prove to be entirely different from what you initially expected it to be.
Basically saying that we are gonna see it. What? Well, thanks, I guess.